Oi, gente! Are you ready to vibe? Let's go! So, Vibe is a podcast that we're gonna show you the behind the scenes of the biggest event of the planet from a female perspective. So, if you like this kind of content and are you curious about it, let's vibe with us. Oi, gente! We are here with Vibe, Women in Big Events, a podcast where we talk about behind the scenes from the biggest event in the planet from a female perspective to all of you interested in these matters. And today we are receiving Tainá Galdino, and she has a lot of interesting things to talk to us, to show us, things that no one can see, during the tournament. So welcome. Thank you so much to be here with us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's a big pleasure to be here. Thank you
Yes.
for inviting me.
Yeah. So Tainá has a completely different area inside the tournament. So can you explain us a little bit what do you do in these big tournaments and how important it is, for all of us, your work on that?
Yeah, so I'm involved in the infrastructure part. So all the temporary structure like tents, container, and mainly focus to hide the cables that we call containment. A lot of people doesn't have an idea that we have a team focus to think about the way that the cable will fall in, what will connect, the structure that will support that cables, and mainly how we hide this cable, how we protect these cables from the people and the people from the
From the
cable.
cables.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the kind of cables. So you're talking about electrical cables, but the what's the name? The cameras and all the kind of it.
Exactly. I deal mainly with broadcast cables, like from the cameras, energy cables that are heavy ones, and technology for Wi-Fi and the other internet connection, and also the how can I say, the temporary connection for sewage for the toilets and etc. Also, this
Okay, that's
we
not
need
cable, but it's a cable. It's the same kind of
exactly.
okay, risky stuff.
Yeah.
And how you do it? Because it's a lot of things that we don't have a clue. Of course, when I'm doing an event, I hate cables, and I'm not just crazy. I can see that and that and that and that. It's crazy because, of course, it's not beautiful to see, and more than not be beautiful, it's risky. Right, to have something to just unplug it, something,
Yeah.
or to just have an electroshock, or I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we have the containment team. Yeah, the usually we are architects, and we are in touch with these other functional areas, understand the best pathway to this connection, because we need to have a lot of requirements. So the energy cable needs to be apart from the technology because they have interference.
Okay.
We need to do a different flow to avoid the spectators crossing as much as we are able to do, because sometimes we are not able to do, because if we choose a pathway, maybe we do a big turn, so this is bad for the energy cable, so you need more cable. So that's why we are totally in touch with this functional area mainly, and sometimes some projectual decisions as architects. So okay, maybe this tent doesn't work here, it's better we change it, this toilet we put in another place.
So you don't cross it and
Exactly.
stuff. Okay. So most of the time you have access to the big plans, the floor and everything from all of it, and then you have to have a really deep thing about it. What this cannot be here. That's amazing for the tournament, but we will have a cross and risk it that and that and that. So it's
that's
amazing.
That's why it's a nightmare sometimes when we are starting the construction, the assembly, and someone have like a good idea. Okay, if we change this toilet to the other side, or we change this tent, at the moment seems like oh yeah,
Easy,
this solved this. When the containment team arrives, like why we change this? Why this impacted energy, this impact technology, this impacted all the other functional areas, and a lot of times these areas think about her
their own needs.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we are there to put all these, how can I say, requirements and choose like, okay, we need to choose one. Sometimes we have different ones, and also we have the backup. So we need to think of one good way.
And if something happened, the second good way for that.
The second good way with the, like all these, attending all these requirements, all these stuffs, and it's so our work started during the project. So we have the overlay project, like the basic one.
And when it started, how many times before?
Depends. So nowadays, for the next Olympic Games 2018, they already started to develop the plans, because we work together with the architectural plans, architectural overlay plans. So we need to think where we have we call the power compound. So maybe this decision will impact how we connect some stuff, or the broadcast compound, which is the
a lot of cables to just go to the different directions and understand. But what is overlay, for people just understand that?
Overlays all these temporary structures, like the tents, the containers, the toilets, all that is temporary to deliver the event. We call this the overlay structure. Like even the stand, like the tribunes, it's everything overlay. We can have a event 100% overlay, or part of them partially overlay. So in Paris, the Paris Center was completely overlay. So we built like the whole tribune and the whole structure with the workforce dining, the hospitality tent, the whole event 100% overlay.
Okay. Yeah. So it's massive. It's a lot of things. And the main point is we have stadiums and the venues that people we have normal tournaments. Every Sunday you have football match and everything. And kind of the stadium is okay for it. But when you do a big event and a tournament like World Cup and everything, you have so many areas and you have to build in a specific ways. Just like in hospitality, we need to build a lot of things to be to deliver what we need from that, right? And the broadcast is completely different. It's an international structure, and you need more toilets from the normal ones. And you have volunteers. There's a big tent of it, and depends of we need people working there at the venue, so we need restaurants, we need sink and water, so it's a really complex structure of it all the time, right?
We built at least a city. It's like it's a small city that we built temporary. So in general we spend, when we have time, 3 months to build
to start the building, to set up and everything.
Exactly. The bumping.
So the main point is you started to work really early in the beginning stage, understanding all the needs and combining needs for all of it. And after that, just negotiating a lot. That's the part, right? I want this here, but you cannot because that, and that. And then you started to just work really before. And during the event,
during the event
it's kind of okay.
Because in that case, for overlay in general, and mainly for the containment, we have our relaxed moment, because we started pretty early. We have the hard moment during the construction. So during the operation, our operation already passed. We delivered, they are using. We have people for other areas like venue management, the energy team. They are operating the structure. And we are like, okay, just maintenance, like praying for any catenary fall down, for nothing happens. But during the operation is my relaxed time.
But it's all everybody. You always will have a standby team just in case, even with the plan A, plan B, and all the changes and rehearsals and a lot of things. Then you always have a team that will be there with all of it. And how many people do you have at this team normally?
Depends.
And it's growing the team, and it's arriving, as close as it is from the tournament, biggest is the team, or?
It depends. And in Rio, it's funny because I started as a trainee. So in 2013, I started as a trainee in the Rio committee, and it was just me and another architect. We are totally juniors. And at the end, so we finished the college, or we changed the structure inside the committee. And at the end, we finished the team, I think, with 15 people plus contractors. So we are like a 15 managers and plus the contractors. So this is like the basic for
a normal
delivery.
tournament
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's a lot of things. We didn't have a clue. We work with that, but all the time here, when I sit to interview someone, is a lot of nice things, right? Because everyone, when we are working, we know the other FAs are doing everything, the functional areas, and we have endless meetings about all the needs and negotiation and everything. But then to go into it and understand completely how it's the daily basis of it is completely different from us. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So which was the most challenging place that you work in a tournament? You know, it's and the difference because you do Olympics and football.
Yeah,
Yes, the World
yeah.
Cup. So how is the difference between that as well? Because Olympics you have a lot of it's different completely, right? Oh.
Yeah, it's different.
Same but different.
Same but different.
Okay.
I usually say that when someone asks me like, what was the more challenging project that you faced? Like the next one.
Yeah. Oh,
This
yes,
is
definitely.
my standard. Always the next one, because when you are involved, it's like always a challenge, always difficult. But when you pass, like, oh yeah, we survived it.
We did it. We
did it.
delivered
Yes, we
it.
did it
Yeah.
well. We delivered amazing.
Yeah.
But it's different. The challenge for the Olympics is because it's a mood sport. So we think about the connections from the venue, like a general connections, and even the field of play. So
Okay.
imagine each sport. We need to wear the cable, wear the camera. We have a different position for that. And we have the transition. So sometimes one venue, it's one sport, and in the middle of
They just go for, it's a completely new,
and we have 20 hours if you have a lot
to just change everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes we have just 12.
okay.
So we need to understand this early, discuss with another functional areas, not just technology, energy, overlay, and broadcast. We need to involve sports.
In the workforce.
We need to involve protocol.
Yes.
So imagine how is the managed with these stakeholders. We have a lot of other stakeholders to have the information. So
yeah, then because sometimes they need to deliver and then connect as well, because change the sports, change the broadcast, change the companies, change a lot of things.
Exactly.
It's a new event. It's a lot of small events inside the big event at the same venue.
Yeah.
It's just like finish one event in the morning and the afternoon you have a completely different one with all new needs.
Yeah.
You need to change it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the mood. Yeah.
Okay. So your schedule, you have a kind of time
Yeah.
before, but then in talking about football it's better because you have one match per day.
Yeah.
So you can change everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to
But
change. Right?
what is different in the football, because they have hard requirements for technology, so we need to different type of structures. This is the complicated from the football tournaments, different from the Olympics.
The Olympics. So it's more complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do music as well, so it's the same kind of, but you don't have that much complexity on that.
Yeah, I think it's every project is different, and even if it's the same type of event, an Olympic, a Winter Olympic is different. We need to think how the drainage done will be with the snow that's not frozen. So we need to think
and
about
the cables as well, right? That you have a
to
warm up. Do you have a
how
cover
the cables
for
then will be covered by the snow.
Okay.
So it's like it's
And just-
very specific stuff.
And go to Qatar is completely different because how we're not gonna burn everything because it was
Exactly.
so hot.
I had a lot of maintenance in Qatar
Because of the hot?
the hot we call the yellow jackets, which is the when you enter in an event, a festival, and you drop in this yellow stuff, we call this yellow jacket. So this is my work mainly, like think where we will put
the
this.
part that you can see.
Yeah, the part
rest
that you
inside.
can see. Yeah. And we had a lot of maintenance in Qatar because we put this on the asphalt, a lot of hot temperature, and start to
It's melting somehow and change it.
Yeah, and they need to change.
Oh my God. And the main point is that Qatar was not even in the hottest time of the year, right?
Yeah.
They just changed the tournament to have a better climate environment.
But remember, usually we start 2 months early.
Yeah, but then you have to change it a lot.
Yeah.
My God, it's so nice.
It's
It's challenging in a lot
totally.
of things, but it's interesting how you can just manage all of it and combine all the needs, right? But you have a specific FA, or you're part of the biggest FA as something integrated in others?
Usually we are inside we call the VNI, this venue infrastructure, or the engineering team, engineering and energy team. Usually we are, depends of the event, we are inside this group. So that's why usually I work with I'm the only woman in the team because of this, because we are in the engineering team, the energy team, and in Qatar I work with I think was just me and another woman, Brazilian also.
Yes, Brazilian also. Brazilian.
Yeah, she was the energy manager from the IBC, and I was the containment manager. And we two, and I think 18 Russian guys. So 15 or 18 Russian guys.
But you are in one venue over there.
I was.
Because you have the clusters as well, right? You have the local one, and you have the cluster who take care about all of it, and so
that's another interesting point. Usually, I'm not just with one venue. Usually, I'm dealing with more venues. So yeah, it's complicated. And in Doha was me and my boss, and after the contractor. So at the end we are 5 for all 8 stadiums and the 40 training sites.
Okay,
so it's huge.
Yes, because you just need to know everything specifically for every need, and that match and that stadium and that venue. And in Qatar, different from other countries, that I don't know, the World Cup in Brazil, we had the venues. Most of the stadiums were already existed, right?
Yeah.
So we need the overlay. We need to, I don't know, rebuild something, or just create some other things. But in Qatar, we built some stadiums, right? How long you just stay there?
I stay 1 year. I stay 1 year. But in Qatar was the good part was like we have some flexibility for some stuffs, but we have a delay for some decisions.
Oh, okay.
So this impacted us a lot with the training sites. So we needed to deliver the 40 training sites in 3 weeks.
Okay.
And we were delivering, me and two colleagues. Okay. So we organize ourselves we do the survey in the morning, we produce the reports in the afternoon. We put like a QR code with the location, and the team came at night
to just go
to deliver, seeing the pictures and seeing the stuffs and where they need to place the yellow jackets and the cable trays and the stuffs.
Wow.
And that's why we are able to deliver in 3 weeks the 40 training sites.
Okay. Yeah. And so do you think that was the most challenging tournament that you worked at, or which one just had your heart, and which one was the most challenge so far?
My heart.
So far, the challenge is always the next, right?
Yeah, the challenge is always the next.
Yeah, but which one is to have your heart?
My heart's totally from Rio.
Yeah, right.
Totally, always.
Team Rio over there.
Totally Team Rio. I don't know if because it was the first or because we don't know what came after.
What to expect, okay.
Yeah, because I was discussing with some friends, like every time that we are in a project, it seems like it's the worst project. Maybe when we don't know what to
expect, right?
What
I guess
to expect is like...
it is. You have all this you hope,
but
your excitement and everything. But then when you know what you're gonna come, you just say, "Oh my God,
You
that's
say,
not the best."
yeah,
Okay.
but at the end we have the maturity, could say, to deal with the challenge. You know, like when you say one thing, like let's review this. Maybe this don't will work. Like, are you thinking? What do you think about this one? This happened in past games. What do you think that we follow this way? Sometimes they say not, and a few months later,
they just understood
you receive
that.
an email like, "Oh, so Tainá, as you suggested, maybe let's back in your option."
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Right?
Now we had 2 months to do. Now we have 3 days. Let's go.
That's it. We just do
Yeah,
it. Okay.
this happened a lot.
A lot. So, funny stories. What do you have?
Funny
Crazy
stories.
stories. Or that
Funny
moments,
stories.
desperate stories. That's, oh my God.
Like funny stories, one that I love these stories. Now I love because
Yes,
at
when the moment,
yeah,
no way.
was in I was in the committee, and I have a friend of mine working as my contractor, and we had in that day a transportation in the transport mall a rehearsal, and to this we need to fill the water barricades, you know, that we put to mark the area and etc. And this my contractor called me, and we have a lot of process to we have the schedule to enter the truck and etc etc etc. And my contractor doesn't book it this to enter to fill the barricades.
You mean the book at the system to
they didn't book it.
Yeah, because normally there is how is it this process?
Yeah, we call this MDS. Okay. When the venue is start to be operational, we have like we need your contractor or every truck, every stuff that you enter in the venue. You need to enter in the system, put the information about the truck, etc., and book a time, spot. My contractor didn't this, and we need to fill these water barricades to be able to do the transport rehearsal. She called me, Tainá, please help me to enter this truck. We need to deliver this. Like, okay, let me talk with the transport, security, or whatever.
And then there's a lot of other people that you need to just get
exactly.
That is not thought, can you open the door and put my truck inside?
Exactly.
No.
So I solved it. The truck entered. I saw the truck passing by. She called me. What happened? You can't believe.
Oh my God.
Okay, we started bad. Tell me. Yeah, the truck arrived. We ordered 20,000 liters of water. Yeah, because we needed 20,000 liters of water. But the contractor not understand well and bring me bottles of water.
Oh.
Like, okay, like, no worries. I need the liberation for another truck. It's already coming. I explained to him. So,
but you don't have that time to just wait there.
So I did the process again. Called to the security. Called logistics. Called transport. Called to everybody. Enter the truck. Like, okay, now we can do. We are late, but the things are controlled. She called me again.
Oh
like, okay, now it's done. What happened? I want to kill someone. I like, no, come on. It's not possible. Like, I want to kill someone. I want to kill someone. Oh, could you meet me here in my office?
Oh, God.
I went in her office. Like, what happens? I'm seeing the truck is I don't know how's the name in
the tank truck or something. Something, yeah.
I'm seeing, yeah. I'm also seeing it's empty. I cannot.
My goodness.
What's empty, the truck?
Why he entered that? What you were thinking?
I don't know.
Thinking, right?
Like maybe some language
stuff. Okay.
Some cultural stuff or some universal stuff. It's like, no, I can't believe. Are you joking? Like, no. And she was so upset. So upset.
Pissed, yes.
Like, okay, let's see how we solve this. And thanks God, we had like a fire station nearby the venue.
Oh, nice.
A fire truck arrived with water. And we are able to fill the water barricades. But we need to inform, like, guys, we have a fire truck entering the venue
just because of
just
that.
because we need to
Can imagine. Yeah.
So don't
Because
don't-
otherwise everybody's gonna be crazy. But you have a fire just arriving a lot, and we have an FA that is fireman. Then you have the other, so
exactly.
it's thinking
So
and
informed.
yeah, but that's the main point about it. Something happens and happen again, and you have a something to work and to solve. And you need to be creative. You need to look around and find a solution.
Yeah.
You cannot just say, oh, maybe tomorrow, or let's wait for the next truck and just pray for them to just have one. You need to solve, look around,
Yeah.
try and talk to one and another and deliver it.
Exactly.
That's the main point,
Yeah.
right? So
and pray for the water barricade don't be to work well, because part of that was with problem and the water starts.
oh my god.
Yeah, was a totally
but
challenge. At
not
the end, you
even-
have a nice story.
Yes,
to
definitely.
share. Yeah.
At least you have something, right?
Yeah.
Now,
but,
how long
now.
time ago did that happen? So now you can just
Yeah.
laugh about and have
Yeah.
fun about it.
Yeah, but during this, I don't know, 3 hours was like,
yes.
I can't believe.
Yeah, sometimes I just do an event, and during the event I say, why I work with that? What I'm doing here? I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. Never more in my life. I need to remember, what's the mental note.
Yeah,
Just remember that you don't like this. You want to die now. And then when you deliver, say, oh my God, when is the
Yeah.
next one?
No, yeah, totally.
Next country, now next challenge, and then everything
Totally,
makes sense
totally.
again,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in Paris this was my feeling in Paris.
Yes, that never ends and everything
Never
just gets
ends, and I had a lot of venues. It was hard, like a lot of things to do. And when finished, I remember that day was in a transition from the one sport to another. So I was waiting finish this section, and I enter in the stands that they are finishing the blinded football. I enter in the stand, and the arena need to be in silence. Yeah, to the
complete because
Yeah.
they play with the sound,
yeah,
right?
and they did the wave.
Okay.
I start to cry. I like I can imagine that we deliver this. We are almost to finish the Paralympics,
and then
and I worked there 1 year and a half, a little bit more. And some moments I was like, don't be able to finish. And in that moment, like, okay, relax, we finish the first part. Now we are almost finishing the second part. I was crying, was not able to stop. And like, okay, I need to go to the other Venice. No, but it was a very beautiful moment that I remember. And like, we did.
We did it. Yes, it is a great
Yeah.
feeling. But you always wanted to work with it because you just entered as a trainee because there was an opportunity, or was something that you really wanted to do and that you really invested to grow in this area?
No, was like I don't know, the universe chose me to
Got it.
enter in the games. Yeah, I was finished the college. I tried to study in another country, but in this moment some political stuff changed the rules, and I lost the vacancy.
Oh.
And at the same week, more or less, appears the vacancy to apply as a trainee in the Olympics. Like, okay, let's see. I applied. I lost the first one date. They called me like, would you like to try again? Like, okay. And I entered.
But you knew it was for containment, or you
No.
knew it what this area
No, I discovered.
Yeah, I just came here. I signed for something that I don't have a clue about it. That
I enter in the engineering team, doing like just in this connection, architecture and engineering. So when I started my first months, my first year was doing this connection with the architectural team. We have a big architectural team usually in the games, and the engineering team, like seemed like some infrastructure, some water and sewage demand, some things that, because it's a different language, how can I say, from the architectural, from the engineering, and I was doing this connection at the moment that became a consultant who works with containment, and I start to help him in the planning and stuff, and
then you fall in love.
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to work with him in another games.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But you work it in different areas as well, or you just specialize on it and all the time you just go for it?
Usually infrastructure, like the overlay and containment. In general, I'm not involved with the operational stuff. I would like to be a little bit more involved with this, because I believe with my knowledge in the infrastructure,
Yes,
this can help me in the operational. But usually I'm in the overlay, like dealing with tents, dealing with containers. And what I really love to do is my cables, my containment.
That's good.
But I'm with this, the architectural stuff.
Okay. So about your career, how many stadiums, how many events you did, and how many continents, and yes, and about culture. Because you have said that sometimes it's a man's work, kind of just being a Brazilian woman working in this kind of environment, and different cultures as well. So how is that?
Yeah. So about the project, I think I'm in my number 8, because as
it's a longer, yes,
usually it's the minimum 6 months. So usually 1 year, 1 year and a half. So after Rio, I did the youth games in Buenos Aires, Pan American Games, Peru. I lost the timeline. Yeah, during the COVID, I did a temporary hospital, so it's also infrastructure.
And the overlay, some kind. Yes, a lot of things that you had to build it. In Rio, no.
No, in São Paulo, Peru, and in the northwest from Brazil, in Ceará.
Okay.
We did some
hospitals and structure for the COVID. Okay.
During the COVID.
Yes, so there's an interesting fact, because a lot of people who work with events during the pandemic time, of course, a lot of people didn't have work because all the events just stopped to happen. But a lot of people worked during the COVID, building hospitals and facilities and a lot of things, because we have the knowledge to do things fast, good, safe. So a lot of people deliver it during the World Cup, during the pandemic time, and was good for them to just help in somehow and have some activities and building. So it was really interesting things that most of people don't know. Who built this? Yes, event people did it. We did it again, guys, again.
Yeah, we did.
That was not good, but I understand. Sorry, I'm proud of just all our deliveries anyway.
Yeah, we did. It was challenge, was a total challenge,
because it's hard, right?
Was scared because we don't know the next step, and we need to do the project, start to visit some hospitals. So
to create from that.
Yeah, sometimes talking with the politician from that place. So he showed us like, okay, are you seeing this? So we need this as a temporary, how you can manage it. And I was a little bit scared because I was totally in the beginning. But
yes, nobody knew nothing what is happening and what is gonna happen, right?
And even I was to travel to Peru, like a booked flight, because the aerospace was blocked.
Okay.
And the team was flying in this booked flight with some materials. And we did the test, and I was positive, so I didn't went to Peru. I stay working from home, but it was okay.
Okay, it's crazy.
Was
hard, but
was hard.
But then passed, and
and
then after
Doha, Doha, Paris, Milan. Now last month World Cup in Mexico.
That's where you were there.
I were in Ciudad de Mexico.
Azteca.
Yeah, and a few weeks, and after Monterrey. I spent the most time in Monterrey. Yeah, but in that project was a small project, and I was just focused with fences, the temporary perimeter fences.
Okay.
So we needed to deliver kilometers of fences in 2 weeks.
There is a specific team as well, just for fences, right?
Yeah.
because people don't understand. You have this fences, the barrier from the lines, and for every perimeter you need it. So you need that. I don't know, 2-3 kilometers. Depends of the country. Depends of the stadium, right?
Depends of the stadium.
You just need to create the first barrier for check the tickets and everything, and then you do a second one. And inside the stadium, you just do it for, I don't know, parking
You
space,
separate the
buses,
functionary.
and all the areas inside, and it's a lot, right?
Yeah. Was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah,
But you have a cover for it as well. Or was just the barrier? Because sometimes you have the cover for there, and you need to bring it from.
yeah. No, I had the barrier, and you need to put the screens. And now I was in the other side, so I was like, no one you put any cables in my barrier. The containment team is not allowed to fix the hooks or the cables in my barrier.
Funny.
This is funny when we are in different
Point of
areas,
view, yes.
because you are prepared to you are one step like okay, someone asked me to put no, and I arrived, I saw the cable like guys, it's not allowed. I need to charge you.
Just do it.
It's like
and they cannot argue. No, because no, I know what you're talking. It's a no, right? So
no,
it's kind of funny.
I think it is one interesting part of this work, because we don't realize how much we learn it. We just live, and when you are in another project, like, oh yeah, this I know how to solve in that way. And what you ask me about the culture, I love this part of this life and in events, because you start to understand that some stuffs like in your mind or in our Brazilian mind make a lot of sense, but for an European, it's a totally different way to solve the stuffs or the timeline. And you start to you prepare yourself to deal with the stuff. So this is one part that I really love, like learning every project, and how the cultural stuff impact your work, the way that you deal with your teams, because a lot of times it's a international team, so it's
nice. Right? Yes. And I guess again about flexibility and see outside of the box, right?
Totally.
I guess so you have a good career and just go it, and I'm pretty sure that you can see out of it, and that makes difference in what you deliver and how you deliver and the results of it in all the places where you work, right? And how it is, do you have a lot of Brazilians in this, or it's not that much Brazilians? Women, we know that it's not quite, but
depends. Every project we start a lot of times from me and someone else. And in Paris, we at the end we had a lot of Brazilians in my team.
Okay, nice.
And I have an Argentinian one. So every project we need to bring people, like local people, a lot of time to and training and teach what is containment, or what is overlay. But in overlay in general, we have a lot of Brazilians, like a lot of architects, because we came from the Pan American 2007.
Yes.
So we have a lot of architects doing overlay.
It's
around the world.
Yes, that's amazing, right?
Yeah.
And what's the next challenge? You already have it?
Vacations.
This is a challenge as well,
Totally.
right?
Yeah, totally.
Completely challenge. Vacations is always a challenge.
Yeah, that's why I talked to you earlier. Like my body was not used to have a free time
to rest.
So I arrived from Mexico. I took a shower, and at night I was having fever. Like
the body was saying, "What is he doing?
What are you doing? Are you taking rest? Are you sleeping?" Yeah. My challenge now is some vacations.
So yes. Then we're gonna have a Brazilian next year, right? So I'm excited. Who knows about it? If I'm not there for work, I guess it's gonna be nice to just go back home and have this experience, right? I guess it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, this is impacting my vacation.
Yes,
because I'm in doubt about the Women's World Cup, because I love to play football.
Okay.
So in my generation, like when I was kid, I didn't saw women playing football, and nowadays I'm be able to see this and see in my country, in my city. So I'm like, okay, I'm going, not going. So I have has a vacancy open. I'm like dealing to apply or not because I need to move
back to Brazil.
So I'm like, okay, what I do?
Yes, it's gonna be for a while, but anyway, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a challenge.
Yeah, to just
It's a
understand and
challenge.
decide.
Yeah.
Definitely, I completely understand.
Yeah.
But at least I wanna just be there cheering. Somehow we're gonna be there
For sure.
Definitely.
For
Just
sure.
book
As
the the flight now and
Yeah.
just be there. I don't know for what and for how long, but be part of it definitely. So we are just going to the closing, and I have one last question, and that's it. What means vibe for you now after that?
Yeah, vibe is the present, vibe is the future, vibe is like what we need in the events, and as we talked, I usually dealing with a lot of men's in the space of our infrastructure overlay. So women's in the big events, that's the what we are starting to deal, and is the future for sure.
Yes, that's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. So that was Tainá Galdino just telling us a lot of different things that was from me completely new. And I hate cables, I hate cables in my head. But even though I didn't knew a lot of all that things, so it was great to have you here. Thank you so much again. And that was one more episode of Vibe Women in Big Events. This is a podcast where we talk from a women perspective about the behind the scenes of the biggest event of the planet for all of you that are interested in this content. So see you next time, and let's vibe.